Good morning. We start our working day at the Ukraine Crisis Media Center, and I'm giving the floor to Lieutenant Colonel Oleksiy Chernobay, Minister of Defense of Ukraine spokespersons, with the update over the last 4 days from the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine. You are welcome. Good morning, dear audience. I'm glad to see you at our briefing. Guardian 2016 command and staff exercises with the involvement of troops are ongoing at the Combat Training Center of Ground Forces of Romania in the town of Chinko. Annual multinational maneuvers where Romanian, Bulgarian and Ukrainian armed forces units participate directly are a component of joint training program of US-European Command. The goal is to improve cooperation between the armed forces of member countries and partners in NATO. Management teams and staff officers of multinational units at the level of battalion brigade are training in joint planning and implementation of operations. The staff are exercising in tactical elements to complete missions, taking into account the experience of counteracting to hybrid forms of armed aggression. According to exercises plan, a remote unit in these exercises is the Simulation Modeling Center of the National University of Defense of Ukraine after Ivan Chernyakhovsky. Based on the Simulation Modeling Department, additional units are deployed of the International Peacekeeping and Security Center of the National Academy of Ground Forces after Getman Petrosagadachny. They are components of the Battalion Task Force. According to the field order and field instruction of the multinational brigade commander, the staff of the Battalion Task Force perform activities according to the NATO procedures of operating planning, assess situation, analyze tasks, develop options, and take decisions approved by field instructions of battalion commander. After that, the troops receive instructions to perform military and special actions. The exercises will last till August 7. Ukrainian citizens continue to make enlistment contracts with the armed forces of Ukraine. From the beginning of July, contracts with the army have been signed by over 6,000 soldiers and sergeants, including 760 officers. Therefore, from the year beginning, contracts with the armed forces have been made by over 43,000 military men, including 4,600 officers. The Ministry of Defense of Ukraine continued to confer with award the military men nobly performing their military duties. Last week, departmental insignia and valuable gifts were awarded by the Ministry of Defense to 116 ATO combatants. Status of combatant was granted to nearly 4,000 persons. Therefore, since the beginning of ATO operation, combatant status has been granted to over 174,000 military men of the armed forces of Ukraine. Remunerations continue to be paid to the combatants in ATO area. So far, 29,700 soldiers in ATO area completing their missions received monetary remunerations for a total amount over 174 million hryvnias. In particular, over 127 million hryvnias have been paid directly for participation in military actions, and nearly 5,800,000 hryvnias were paid for successful combat missions. 144 military men injured during ATO operation undergo treatment at healthcare institutions of the Ministry of Defense. 4 injured persons undergo medical treatment abroad, including 3 in Hungary, 2 in the USA, 2 in Germany, and 1 in Latvia. 104 ATO combatants undergo rehabilitation at resort rehabilitation institutions. A total of 469 ATO combatants have undergone rehabilitation treatment since the beginning of the year. Ukrainian military men continue demanding operations in the ATO area. A total of 2,400 explosive objects have been neutralized, and 17 hectares of area have been demined during last week. A total of 119,000 mines and UXOs have been neutralized by the sappers from the start of ATO operations. They have cleared 2,540 hectares of area. Thanks to the recommendations provided by internal auditors, by the findings of operational audits and preliminary monitoring of risk operations, last week during the assessment procedure, 610,000 hryvnias of the Ministry of Defense budget have not been lost thanks to their actions. The recommendations and warnings have been issued for the amount of 7 million hryvnias on improvement of efficiency of state financial and asset resources. That's all for today. Thank you for your attention. The